Hi guys, it's Carrie from Texas. Happy Friday, TGIF, right? Coming to you today, getting ready here for the last day of the work week. I hope you've had a really good week. I have had a challenging week, but not a non-productive week, just a challenging week. So all I have done this morning is my moisturizer and my collagen treatment that I do every day, and I am coming in now and I am doing my toner, my skin toner, and putting this on. I've been doing a lot of research this week in connection with my mental wellness company and my skincare product that I'm using and selling. So I've been doing a lot of research into just what exactly causes, as we get older, what causes our skin to lose its brilliance. Let's just use that word. And there are so many factors in that. Now I'm coming in with my cookies and cream primer here. There are so many factors that affect how our skin looks and feels and works. Because let's not forget, our skin is our largest organ, and it is our barrier for all of our internal organs, right? So we have to be taking good care of it. If we're not, then, we really can run the risk of having some physical problems. So in this research this week, what I found is there's really three areas where our skin is, three different types of areas that our skin is influenced from, okay? Now I'm coming in with my KVD foundation. So these three areas, it's really interesting. First of all, it's amazing what you can find now on the internet. It really is. When it kind of shows how lazy we were, that we didn't want to get those big old encyclopedia books out and sort through page by page unless we really had to do something, right? We are all so much more self-informed because of our access to the internet. So that's a great thing. Absolutely a great thing. So I was out there looking this week, just trying to do some research on exactly what things influence the productivity and appearance of our skin. And these three areas kept coming, three different areas kept coming back up, and there's a whole bunch of different things within each area, okay? There is our physical well-being, our physicality when it comes to our skin, the actual physical part of our skin, and all of the things that fall under that physicality part of it, the actual physical part of our skin, how it works as a barrier, how it feels. Is it wrinkled? Is it sagging? Does it burn? Does it have scars? Does it prevent a biological problem from getting in, right? Is the barrier completely working and preventing little tiny bugs that we can't see from getting through cracks and crevices in our skin that get into our body and then cause us to be sick, right? Just went through that. COVID, right? And so that's the physical part of our skin, and how our skin protects all the other parts and all the other organs that are on the interior of our body that we can't see. It is our defense mechanism, right? So it's the physical part of our skin, how it looks. Then there is the psychological component. Psychologically, how does your skin psychologically affect you? Well, in my mind, this one's really big. Really big. Because just think about things in your life that are psychologically a part of your daily routine. I just put my pink Maybelline concealer on. Love this stuff. Really does a remarkable job for me, and I do love very much the way my skin appears. I do come in on top of it, however, because I do have these scarring right here, and so I just need that little bit of extra to completely cover up all of those areas on my face. So psychologically, so let's think about that for a second. Psychologically, how does your skin play into that equation? Psychologically, there's so many, it's scary, guys. Mood, confidence, your emotional well-being, how you feel about yourself, because it's a proven fact that how you feel about yourself, one of the most important facets of that is how do you look? How do you think you look? In your mind, psychologically, how do you think you look? How does that help you with, or how does that influence depression, anxiety, stress, nervousness, fatigue? That's a physical part of it too, but it's tied into it. There's just so many. As you start to go through and list all of these things, it's really amazing how much your skin is such a huge part of our everyday life, and how we don't really understand how much all of that is affected by our skin. I was just truly blown away when I started reading and doing all this research about how your skin is such a huge part of your psyche, your physical well-being, and then your personal, you personally, how does this hurt you, or what areas personally does how your skin looks and feel affect you? And the biggest one by far for women is how we feel about ourselves, our relationship with ourselves, and then how we feel about our relationship with our spouse, our partner. This one's really big, really, really big. From somebody who's experienced almost 20 years of self-doubt and absolutely hating every day when I would go to the mirror and I would look in the mirror and I would see this person on the other side, and I would look at this person on the other side and I would absolutely hate what I saw. And I don't like to use the word hate very often in my vocabulary. I try not to hate anybody or hate anything, but I hated myself. I hated everything about myself because I had completely and totally lost my self-esteem. I had completely and totally lost my confidence. And that just feeds into all these other problems, and it's like a domino effect. You start adding all these things on top of one another, and it can truly take over your life. And I really hadn't thought about it long enough. Knew all these things, right? Because we know all these things as we get older and we start to gain knowledge and experience, right? We get all of that. But I truly had no appreciation for the fact that all of these things in our world influence our skin, our environment, right? We live in a toxic environment. Obviously, everyone's dying of cancer. Our dogs are dying of cancer. Do you know dogs are dying of cancer at a faster rate than humans? I don't even know what to say about that, except that we're feeding it to them because it's coming in their food. It's coming in their dog food. My husband and I found this out a few years ago when our beautiful lab, my service dog, had an injury and he had to have surgery. And he was so young. He was only 2 years old. And of course, we immediately, including the vet, we all thought, oh my God, he's got cancer. Because you hear of 2 and 3 year old dogs that have cancer, aggressive forms of cancer. Anyways, before I digress too much, so we're feeding it to him. So our environment is a toxic environment. We have pollution, we have all of these factors that influence our environment, and of course then our environment influences our skin because we live in it, right? That's where the defense mechanism comes into play. That's so important with our skin, because truly it is the barrier. It is the barrier that stops all of that shit from getting into us. Our personal relationship with ourself, right? Do you love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, and I know this is such a cliche, but my gosh, it is so incredibly true. If you do not love yourself, you can't love anybody else. You can't have a honest, committed relationship that's going to last any stretch of time if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and love yourself enough. And I didn't for almost 20 years. And God bless my husband. He is just an amazing man, because he never gave up on me. He never stopped giving me the opportunity and the encouragement to get over what I was struggling with. And it was all because I put on over 100 pounds, and I hated everything. I didn't want him to see me. I didn't want to have a relationship with him physically. I was embarrassed. It all feeds into this big tunnel, and it gets turned around in our brain in like this big multi-mixer. And when we spit it out, we spit it all out, and it ends up all over us, because that's how humans work. This is a wonderful palette. This is I'm wearing blues today. Let me just tell you what this one is. This is a Revlon So Fierce. It has these beautiful colors in it. This lavender color, this beautiful blue, and then these two colors here that I'm using up in the crease today. I'm taking those up and putting them up here, up on my brow bone for my transition. I'm using the lighter color up in here, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to pick up. I also did my shaping my eyes with the darker color. I used a really small brush and this tiny little brush right here, and I used the blue color, the deep blue color, as you can see, this one right here, and I'm just coming in and I'm just defining my eyes like I always do. I like the softer look for me instead of an eyeliner. I don't like that very harsh, dark line with eyeliner. I know it's very dramatic, but for me, it's just not, I just don't like it as much as I do just having that really soft appearance. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to get one of my smaller brushes here, and I'm going to just blend here, and then I'm going to pick up that blue again and I'm going to put it up in here, darken the crease underneath where I put my transitional color, right under here. Pick up that pretty blue color. This actually, remember, as we've talked about before, this actually opens up your eye, makes your eye bigger from here to here and from here to here. So it opens and extends your eye. Very nice colors, beautiful colors, classical colors. Then I'm going to come in with my How Many Diamonds from Fenty. This is this beautiful highlighter. I'm going to use this today as a base for my lid. I want that sparkle on my lid. This is a beautiful product. I'm going to bring it down into the corner here, down here. So I would challenge you, another part of our relationship that has multi effects on our skin is our diet, right? Obviously, if we're eating well, it's going to help our skin be healthier, right? If we're not eating well, what happens? We get sick, or we put on weight, or we lose weight. It's just astounding how many of these things come back to our skin and how it affects our skin. So just think about this. If you're 60 like I am, and you've had a whole lifetime where you have not taken care of yourself, not taken care of your body. Oops, I forgot to put my contour on. I'll have to come back and do that. Just think about it for a second. If you've had a whole lifetime where you really haven't been paying attention to all of these things, it's going to show up in your skin. And this is why we can look so incredibly aged. This is also why, if you do the opposite and you do take care of your skin, why you can look so much younger than you actually are, because you have taken the steps to take care of your skin. And it's really amazing, truly amazing, the difference. I'm 60, so I'd say about 6 years ago or so, I started to see some things on my skin that I wasn't happy with, right? And so did my research and I found out, okay, well, what do I need to do to make my skin look better? And the one thing that I keep coming back and I keep finding that's so important, and that what happens to us as we get older, is our skin stops producing enough collagen. Collagen is the building block, guys, of our skin and how our skin looks. And if we're not producing enough collagen, then our skin is going to look tired and fatigued, and we're going to get wrinkles, and it's just not going to look right. So you've got, and it happens to everybody, it's just part of the aging process. So yeah, you need to find a product. This is my Milani bronzer. Just came in and I did some sculpting on my face. I don't like a lot, as you all know. So you need to find a really good product that's going to help you rebuild the collagen in your system. That's very important, ladies and gentlemen. You have to find a product that's going to help you rebuild, you let your body rebuild its own collagen supply, right? Do the brows here. Just make them a little softer so they're not sticking out. Just coming in now with my finishing powder, which is my Revlon Color Stay. I love this powder as finishing. It stays all day. It is just a warrior. What I'm doing is I'm just tapping this onto my face to seal it all. May have to come back after I do my eyelashes and determine whether or not I need any more. So we'll just leave that out. I'm gonna leave my eyeshadow out just so I can look at everything once I get my eyelashes curled. So that's the first thing that we have to do, especially if you're over 50. You need to start getting a really good product that's going to help your own body do what it does naturally and rebuild collagen. Without a good collagen supply, you're not going to have good skin, and it's going to be a battle for you. So you need to do your research. I have access to a product that I've been using now for 4 months, and truly the difference in my skin has changed just dramatically. These lines are all gone. The only ones that I'm struggling with now are these, and according to the plastic surgeon, that's from weight loss. And the only way for me to have these go away is to either put fillers in them, right? Put fat back in them. Well, I just spent 1.5 years trying to get rid of all that fat. I don't want to put it back in. So I just have to try to come through and use a topical collagen on top of it here and try to fill these. And to try to, again, here it goes back to this food thing, get enough natural fat through my dairy that this will help these areas. And you know, they used to be there all the time. Now I'm seeing them when I'm talking. I'm seeing them the most. Before they were there even at rest. So it's definitely changed. Now I'm coming in with my e.l.f. mascara, and I am, as always, starting down at the base of my lash, and I am loading the lash wand with product, and then I'm letting my wand work for me. Let your wand work for you. Let it coat the lash. Let it pull the lash up and out and deliver the product onto the lash. I start at the bottom because, one, for me, I'm able to see much clearer what I'm doing, and I have more control over it, and I get a better end result. So I just take my mirror like this. I hope you can see this. I don't think you can. Let's try this way. I'm not very good at this, girls. Okay, here we go. I'm taking my mirror, I'm looking down, and I am making sure I'm getting down to the very bottom part of the stalk of the lash, and I'm coming upward and outward, and I'm letting my wand separate and deliver the product to the lash. Now, I've noticed too, and a lot of people get frustrated with their lashes. There's a influencer on YouTube that's very, very good, and she talks a lot about lashes because she's got beautiful, natural, long lashes. And the one thing that she talks about, and it's, you know, it's just common sense, but when you're doing your mascara, you need to have wet mascara. So if you're using a drier product, it's not going to work very well. What I mean by that, if it's old, it's not going to work as well as a newer product. See, that's the first thing you want to do, is make sure that your mascara is not old, okay? And you want to make sure that when you are applying your mascara, that you get enough on the wand, right? Load it up. You see, makeup artists in particular, they're constantly taking their wand like this, and they're loading it. They're loading the wand. They're putting more product on the wand, so the wand will give them better results. All right, so we are loading it up here. This is a really nice product. This is this e.l.f. mascara, and it does a very nice job. Very nice job. For the price point, I don't think there's another product that you can get or buy that's going to beat this product, if this is the price point that you need to be at. I'm a very big believer in making sure that you have access to products that are within your price point, because you know you don't want to add a negative problem to your mascara routine because it's so expensive. You know, if you can't afford it, don't do it. There's plenty of products on the market that can do what you are looking for and can do them in your price point. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on your makeup. You just don't. You see makeup artists, especially older makeup artists, that are talking about this, where they've changed their stock meaning what they put in their bag, their professional bag, because you know when they first started they bought the most expensive stuff, and you know then they realize, oh, I don't really need to buy the most expensive stuff. There's lots of stuff on the market that do a remarkable job that I don't need to be spending, you know, and e.l.f. has done a remarkable job with that. All right, how are we looking? Very nice. I do want to come in and I do want to add just a little bit more of my blush. This is my What a Brat. This and my Kristen Dior are my go-to blushes now, for sure. And if I'm doing a very dramatic look, I will add the Pillow Talk the darker blushes underneath it, to give it that chiseled look after I do my contouring with my bronzer. That looks extremely nice. Okay, and I am using my Revlon lip balm that's colored. Love this product. Had this for quite some time, and it gives you beautiful results. It's very supple. It's a beautiful color. Let me find the color for you. It is 225, and it is sultry. Cannot read the next one. Revlon Matte Balm, and this is it. It's a beautiful product, and it's lasted me a really, really long time. All right, let's go in and just put a little bit of lip gloss on. Very pretty. All right, how are we looking? Do we need, I think we need a little more blue, just up in that crease area. I'm going to take a fluffy brush here. I'm going to dip back into this blue. And just going to come up in here. Add a little bit more blue definition to my look. go. And then I'm just going to make sure I sweep off any of my excess under eye powder. There we go. So that's it for today. Food for thought today. Think about the three facets of areas that are going to affect your skin. Physically, psychologically, and personally. And in those three areas, you have control over those areas, right? So make sure that when you are going through your normal course of the day, you take control of those areas. The way you take control of those areas is to eat right, to keep your stress levels under control, keep your anxiety levels under control. Get a product that is going to help you and your body build and replace the collagen in your system. Your skin is not going to be where you want it to be unless you can find a product that's going to help your body rebuild its own collagen, right? Use your moisturizers. Get a good routine down for your skincare, morning and night. And one really, really important thing that we all forget about, and we know that we need to do it because it's right here, because it's plastered all over our media and our advertising and our social media. It's plastered everywhere. Water. We have to be drinking a lot of water. We get away from this. We drink sodas and teas and all these other things, but you've got to be drinking water. You have to be. If you're not drinking water, you're going to have problems. It's going to affect every part of your body, every part of your body. We're made up of 98% water, so just think about that for a second. If you don't drink water through the day and you're drinking other things, you're gonna have problems. So what I do to prevent myself from that is I put a timer on my computer and on my watch. Every 2 hours, I go get a 6-ounce glass of water, a small glass like that, and I just get cold water and I drink it all at once. Every 2 hours. Because I have to, because of my weight loss surgery, but I also know in order for me to be able to keep my skin looking like this, and I am 60, my skin is the best it has ever been in my entire life because I'm using a good skin care routine, I'm getting enough sleep, I'm eating correctly, I'm feeling good psychologically, I'm feeling good physically, and I'm feeling like I love myself. Psychologically, physically, and personally, 3 huge areas that you need to start thinking about in your skincare because they're important. And if you write all those things down and then make yourself a diagram and put everything else underneath that fits into those categories, you're going to be stunned at how much we do in our daily lives affects this beautiful thing called our skin. I would love to help you with getting your skin looking and feeling great. I am offering a new service, by the way, and it is a one-on-one makeup tutorial skincare routine. If that's something you're interested in, I would love the opportunity to work with you. We can either do it in person or we can do it via Zoom. We can do it via Zoom. The technology is astounding, so we can do that. You can set up an appointment. I will put my link tree in this video. I'll also put my domain in this video. My calendar will be, all of that is in my link tree. So if it is something that you would like to do, I would love the opportunity to help you with it. Because makeup can be challenging and scary for some people, especially if you don't have a lot of experience using it. And I think it's important that we teach our younger generations how to use these products correctly. Another really important thing, and this will be my last tip for the day, never, ever, 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 ever sleep with your makeup on. Take it off. That's really important. You have to do that. Your face and your skin have to breathe. Water and air. two really important factors in how your skin looks. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful Friday. It's TGIF. I hope you have a fantastic, productive weekend. Never forget, make sure you tell those in your life that you love how much they mean to you, because tomorrow is never promised. And here at this channel, we are all about helping you successfully have the best life that you can and have it all, because you can. Hard work, dedication, faith, and love. I believe that completely. And I'm here to help you to do that. So please, if you would, leave me a comment. Hit that bell so you know the next time that I post a video. I would love it if you would join me on this journey and follow. I'm all over the rest of social media, and I can't wait to hear from you. Have a blessed Friday, everybody. Get out and enjoy this beautiful springtime. If you're not in the Northern Hemisphere, I hope the winter is not too hard for you. To my loved ones and friends down under, I know you are in the summertime and you're headed into fall. So I hope for you that it's not too treacherous down under. So God bless everybody, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend.